Hello, lovely friends. If you're receiving this video, it's either because you expressed interest in wanting to see my movie year in review, or I didn't give you a choice and you're going to hear me talk for what's probably going to be a long time about my opinions on films that I saw this year. So, for those of you that don't know, I set a goal at the beginning of this year to watch 200 movies that were new to me. So this is not movies that came out this year, it's just movies that I have never seen before. And we're gonna review them, because 200 is a lot, and it took a lot of time. So I made a presentation about it, because why wouldn't I? Why did I do this? Well, that's a great question, ambiguous audience. There were two main reasons. One, my goal and my theme for last year were childlike wonder, and what's more wonderful than the movies, you know? And two, when you work in film, you kind of lose your movie magic. And I wanted to get some of that back, you know, seeing a bunch of films, classics, new, a bunch of different genres, a bunch of different directors and everything. It like really opened my eyes. It also really helped my job and my work. It helped me think about things a little differently from a bunch of different perspectives. And it's just like good. It's just good. It's good to watch movies. We should all watch movies more. I love movies. The numbers. So, like I said, this year I watched 200 movies that I'd never seen before. This means I had to watch about 50 movies every 3 months. So here's my number milestones. Movie number 1, my first movie of the year, Drive Away Dolls. Honestly, incredibly disappointing compared to my other milestones. I watched it on a plane back from Germany, and I was really disappointed. I know a lot of people have good feelings about this movie. I thought it was okay. I thought it was pretty boring, which sucks because I love Margaret Qualley. I think Margaret Qualley is so talented. I think she's so wonderful, but this just like did nothing for me. And part of me was like, is that because I was on a plane? But there are other movies that I've watched on planes that I thought were fantastic. So I just didn't like this movie. And that's okay. Movie number 50, we've got The Amateur. This, great, such a fun time. I saw this in theaters with Ruby as one of our girls' nights, and it was fun. It was chilling, it was exciting. I mean, who doesn't love a smart man killing people in smart ways? I know I love a smart man killing people in smart ways, a smart, morally gray man. Who doesn't love a smart, morally gray man, especially when he looks like Rami Malek? I mean, come on. But yeah, it was fun. It was a great time. I had no complaints. Movie 100. I know. You're gonna see this. You're gonna be like, Jenna, you've never seen Fight Club? I've never seen Fight Club. Trust me, we're gonna get to a lot about Fight Club in this presentation. But I've never seen Fight Club. It was my 100th movie. I did plan for it to be my 100th movie. I believe I watched it on a plane, coming back from Barcelona. Shout out, Michael. Blew my mind. So the reason I never watched Fight Club is because I thought it was about boxing. And I was like, I'm not into boxing movies, but I was like, but I'm doing this challenge. If I make it my 100, like everybody loves this movie, like I'll just watch it. I'll be either happily surprised or I'll just get it out of the way. Not one of you fuckers, not a single one of you bitches gave me any clue that it wasn't about boxing. If I had known for a second that this was a psychological schizophrenic thriller, I would have watched it so much sooner. I mean, like, if any one of you had given me even an inkling that this movie was so far up my ass it would have to pay rent, come on. So thanks for that. If I'm ever annoying about this in the future, that's why. It was great. 5 stars. It's one of the few 5 stars I got this year. I loved it. It was amazing. It started popping off around October for Halloween costumes. I would just like to make a formal statement. I was there first. I understood the joke first. I watched this in June. So when everybody was making the joke, I already knew. But fuck y'all for that, really, truly. I cannot believe that nobody decided to clue me in. That maybe, like, I know you didn't have to be like, there's a twist. They don't always fight. But like, not one of you was like, maybe I think you'd really like it. I think you would like it. Rude. Moving on. Empire Records, movie 150. This one was fun because I watched it in my bedroom at a moment when I really needed to catch up on my movies for the quarter, and I was just scrolling on Amazon for something that I could watch before bed, and I found this one. I feel like this is an underground banger. You all might be like, that's crazy, we've known about this forever, so happy of you to get on board. It's so fun. It's about old school music. It's very 90s. It's very fun. It's chaotic. It's lighthearted. It's like just over 90 minutes. A banger. I think it's on Amazon. Go watch it. I mean, when I went into work the next day after watching it, my coworker, Jeff, was like giving me the backstory on the record store. And it was so interesting. It was so cool. I loved it. It was very teen 90s. It was great. Go watch it. And if you've already seen it, well, I'm glad. My 200th movie of the year. The movie that I talked nonstop about seeing. Marty Supreme. I did not plan for this to be my 200th movie. But when December came and we were getting close, did I watch an extra movie that I wouldn't have normally watched so that this could be my 200th? Abso-fucking-lutely. Great. Phenomenal. 4 stars out of 5. Honestly, I mostly watched it because I had to complete the bit. Like, I was so obsessed with the marketing. I was like, I have to see the movie. It was so crazy. Such a wild ride. I won't talk too much about the plot because I know people are still seeing it, but insane. Timmy T did so well. Yeah. I loved it. I don't want to spoil this one. I do have thoughts about the plot, but I really don't want to spoil this one, so I will keep it shut. Next section of our thing, the classics. These are a list of classic movies that I've seen for the first time this year. So this is your moment to sit there and be like, Jenna, shame on you for being in film and not seeing these. You're going to get one moment, and it's going to be these ones. And I'm going to talk about all of them. There it is. I know. I don't feel great about it either. But here we go. Fight Club. Already talked about it. Obviously a classic. Can't believe I hadn't seen it sooner. Loved. Good Will Hunting. This is a movie that I watched with my Red Hawk gang. Shout out to you guys. At one of our movie nights for 2 reasons. 1, because it's Emma's favorite movie. So duh, had to watch it. 2, because the actor who Matt Damon goes, how do you like them apples to, was in our movie, which was kind of fun. So I was like, we have to watch it. And I wasn't the only one who hadn't seen this movie, but it was incredible. It was so heartwarming and great. Robin Williams is fantastic. Matt Damon is fantastic. I learned, because we watched it with Emma and it's her favorite movie, I learned so much about the making of it and everything. It was so, so good. Really enjoyed. Casablanca and Chinatown. I watched both of them in preparation for a noir film that I was doing the sound on. Casablanca, fantastic. Loved. The entire thing was in black and white. I really thought that it was going to be a classic that I was like, oh, it's just a classic and everybody loves it. No, loved it. Fantastic. Chinatown, I really liked. It was funnier than I thought. The plot was great. I have gripes with the ending. And you know what? I've talked about this with people who have seen it, and I bring up how I don't like the ending, and everyone's like, you know, it's been so long that I don't remember what the ending is. Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you what the ending is, because you're not going to like it either. So the whole plot, spoiler alert, it's been out. The whole plot is based around, there's this murder, and there's this murder because the wife is trying to get the daughter out of like an abusive situation, if I remember correctly, from under, I don't remember if it's like an uncle or a grandpa or someone's abusing this child sexually. And so the mom murders someone to try to get them to flee so that they can run. They can have money and they can run. And at the end of the movie, the mom fucking dies in Chinatown. And then the child just goes back to be with the abusive grandpa. Is the resolution in the room with us? Like, what the fuck is that about? Awful ending. Hated that. Hated that. Other than that, though, loved it. Great film. And then lastly was My Cousin Vinny. I watched that also when I was filming Red Hawk. We watched it because it's Liv's favorite film. I'm pretty sure we started this one with the whole gang, and then I actually finished it with Liv and Seb in the house that we were living at. Hilarious. No notes. It's so fun. It's so funny. I don't necessarily know if it's considered a classic, but it felt like a classic, so I added it in here. The surprises. So these are films that in some ways surprised me, or I was surprised by. I guess I should say, not necessarily films that were surprising. There was just surprising circumstances around me watching the film. Fight Club. This, like, half of this thing's gonna be Fight Club. I was surprised I liked it. I didn't think I was gonna like it, honestly. I thought I was gonna have another hot take. I don't. Good to know. Coherence. This is a movie. There was a night when filming Red Hawk where I could not fall asleep. And I was just, I forget what I Googled, but I was just scrolling, Googling, like this list of movies came up. And Coherence was on there. And I was like, the fuck is that? It was like a 90-minute film. And I was like, sounds weird. It's about a group of people who come over for a dinner party. And then it gets crazy. It's like alternate dimensions. It's like mind-bending. It's really, really cool. I really enjoyed it. I was shocked about how good this random movie was. This is another like thing that I would consider an underground banger that honestly one of you are gonna be like, welcome to the fucking party. But how was I supposed to know? How was I supposed to know? I didn't, and now I do. The Last Stop in Yuma County. I think this is also on Amazon. It's either on Amazon or Paramount. So good. So good. This was another night of just, I wanted to watch a movie. I wanted to watch something fun. Because here's the thing. I have like every streaming service. And on every streaming service, I have a list of movies just in case. Because I was like, well, I'm going to need one. I'm low-key lazy. So I was like, I'm just going to need to be able to look at my options and get going here. This was not on my list. This was just suggested to me randomly. It's so good. It is so good. It is about, without giving away the twists, it is about bank robbers and a small town diner and everybody waiting for gas. That's it. That's all I'm going to tell you. It goes in a way that you don't think it's going to go. It's so fun. It's so thrilling. It was so good. So good. Please go watch it. Daddy-o. This movie was insane. So this is a Sony movie. I watched it for work. I was doing work on it. Ew, my vocal fry. Please excuse. I'm literally looking at their faces right now, and I cannot remember either of their names, but you'll see them on the screen, so I'm sure you know who they are. My face blindness is killing me right now. This is a movie where these two people just sit in a car and talk. They just sit in a taxi cab and they talk. And what's his face is driving and what's her face is the passenger, and they just talk. And you learn about their lives through them talking, and it's the whole film. The whole film is them in this taxi cab, and you would think that that would be insanely boring. I was shocked at how enthralled I was in their conversation and how they relayed information about their lives. I was stunned how into this movie I was when it is just these two people in a taxi cab talking for like almost 2 hours. A banger. Echo Valley. I understand that the world kind of hates Sydney Sweeney right now for probable reasons. However, I won't take any of this we hate her because she's a bad actor, because she's not. She's not. And this film proves it. This film is probably the best performance from Sydney Sweeney I have ever seen, and it shocked me. It's on Apple TV. It's an Apple TV original. I've never been so impressed by an Apple TV movie. We know they hit the bangers on the shows, but a movie, I've never been so impressed. Both of them, even the one who plays the mom, whom, again, I'm looking at her face. I can't remember her name. You can see her face. If you know her name, great. Incredible, heart-wrenching performances. I cried so many times. It is one thing after another, and it is so fucking good. It is so good. This film was suggested to me by Jack, my friend Jack, and he was blown away by it. I knew going in it was gonna get kind of cool, but then I was blown away by it. If you have Apple TV, go watch it. It's worth it, I think. And last but not least, Thunderbolts. So I'm not a huge fan of superhero films. I never have been. I think the last superhero film that I watched was Avenger whatever the fuck in the Science Center, like Maryland Science Center, like before I moved to California. That's like the last time I saw a superhero film, excluding Spider-Man. We don't talk about Spider-Man. I see all the Spider-Mans. But this one, I went to see it. I'm pretty sure I saw it alone. If you were with me in that movie theater and I forgot, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure I saw this one alone. And it got me because of the trailer. Bring back good trailer editing. I only saw this movie because the trailer was so fucking good. Is the only reason I saw it. Bring back good trailer editing. If you edit a good enough trailer, people will come and see it. I am proof of that. I am so susceptible to marketing, and I'm not even the stupidest bitch in the theater. So like, come on, bring back good trailer editing. It is so fucking good. And the movie was so good. I was happily surprised. It was such a great superhero movie. And honestly, it made me excited for all the superhero movies to come. The Superman and the Fantastic Four and the whatever. I probably won't go see Avengers Doomsday. I'm kind of over the Avengers. But these bitches, they make another Thunderbolts movie, I'll be there. Supergirl, I'll be there. I know they're two different studios. I don't care. I'll be there. The trailers are just so good. They're so good now. And I'm like, I'm sad. Give me a good trailer and I will show up for you. Bring back good trailer editing. Bring back good trailer editing. I will yell it from the treetops. Bring it back. Now for the disappointing part. I'm gonna give you just about one movie that I hated, my least rated movie from each quarter. Emilia Perez, quarter one, January. If you can believe that this movie came out not even a year ago, well, I guess it came out over a year ago now. But I saw it for the first time in January. Awful. Just as bad. I think we all know that this was bad. I mean, if you don't know this was bad, like, come on. It's got bad singing. It's got bad acting. It's got bad representation for trans people. It's just bad. It's just bad. I watched this because I think I hate watched it actually with Katie. I was voting in the best musical section for the MPSC Awards. And I was like, I know I'm going to hate this and I know I'm going to rate it last, but like, I need to watch it just for like honor's sake. So Katie came over and we hate watched it and it was so bad. The plot didn't make sense. None of it made sense. I mean, come on. Penis and vagina. Like, what the fuck is that shit? Get out of here. Get out of here. If you liked this, I don't trust your taste. Q2. Bad Influence. Now listen. I love a shitty romance movie. I love a bad boy romance movie. I love a bad boy good girl dynamic. I love a shitty little romance movie. This was shitty. This was bad. This was hard to watch. I watched it alone, thank God. And I almost turned it off but I didn't because it's really not that long. It's like 90 minutes. 2 thumbs down. And like, that's coming from me, who will watch just about any romance movie, about anything, even in other languages. I'm pretty sure I watched this one in Spanish. So bad. Made me question if I was a romance girly. That's tall. That's rough. Every Day, Q3. Oh, such a disappointment. So this is a movie that I was really looking forward to because it's based on a book series that I really, really love. And I own all of them. There's only like 2 or 3, but I own them all and I've read them all. And it's such an incredible book series about, the concept is about loving someone no matter what they look like, and like loving what's on the inside. And it's like great. It's got a great message. It's got a wonderful, wonderful message. And a really cool plot, like a really cool plot. Awful movie. I was so upset. I was so angry, honestly, because it's such a good book. And honestly, maybe it can't be adapted into a movie right now. Maybe it's just a book. Like maybe not all books are meant to be made into movies, but they made this one and it was bad. It was disappointing. So this one, Ballerina, I didn't actually watch it in Q4. I had a different movie here for Q4, but I was like, I need to rant about this movie. This movie was so bad. So bad. It was 2 hours and we almost left the theater. I saw this with my friend James. We saw it in theaters. I was so bored. I was bored. I was out of my mind, lost. I was so bored. And I hated it. It wasn't fun. It had Keanu Reeves, and he was the only redeeming part of the film. And I'm not even a Keanu Reeves fan, which we'll get to later. I think it bombed. It deserved to bomb bad. The controversies. These are things that either I liked that the general public did not like, or I did not like that the general public did like. My sources letterbox. Starting off strong. And this correlates to the first Wicked as well. And before anybody gets all up in arms, I'm looking at you, Michael. There's a reason. So I love Wicked the story. I love Wicked the show. I thought both films were fantastical. I thought the design was great. I thought the plot was great. I actually loved Ariana Grande as Glinda, but I wasn't the biggest fan of Cynthia Erivo as Alvama. It just didn't hit for me. I think I would have liked somebody else. I don't know who. I just know I just wasn't her fan. But I also think part of the reason I didn't like her is because they didn't mix her well. Both films, part 1 and part 2, mixed horribly. Part 2 in specific was worse for me though. I literally watched it in the screening room that they filmed it in with a Q&A with the sound people afterwards, talking about all these big impactful moments that just were not there. They were not there. The sound is not impactful. The sound is not dark. It's not moody like the second act of Wicked should be. It doesn't hit. Like Chu, the director, was talking about how he was trying to crack open glass walls with the sound. I'm like, there's no cracking. You're like tapping on the glass at best, and I'm not letting you in. I'm walking out. I was shocked. What's his face who mixed this? I think his name's Andy. Get out of here. Leave. You're done. You can't hear. And I think we all know that after these 2 films. Being John Malkovich. This is a film that a lot of people that I've talked to really, really love. And in fact, I watched this on the recommendation of 2 people, on the recommendation of Jeff, my friend and coworker, and the recommendation of Ruby, whose dad loves this movie. I didn't like it. And I don't really have a reason other than I think it just wasn't for me. Like, it was weird in a way that I really love weird movies, and it was interesting. It was an interesting plot, but it's like, I don't know who John Malkovich is. So that part didn't really hit. There were other aspects that didn't really hit for me. I will say this movie was crazy in the fact that the amount of actors and actresses that are in it that I didn't recognize, insane. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. I won't ruin it for you. It is fun, but I just don't think it was for me. Keeper. This is an Osgood Perkins horror film that came out this year, and I love Osgood Perkins. If you don't know who Osgood Perkins is, he also did Longlegs last year with Nicolas Cage, which I also loved, but also had mixed reviews, just like Keeper had mixed reviews, but I loved it. I think people's issue with Osgood Perkins is he's a horror genre, right? But he isn't scary horror. He's creepy, unsettling, confusing horror. His shit is weird and it keeps you like you feel like, oh, I don't really know about that, but it's like creepy in your bones kind of way. That's his stuff. It's very subtle, it's very quiet. There's not jump scares. It's not gonna be like spooky ooky. It's gonna be like, oh, something about this feels very wrong. That's Osgood Perkins. I love that shit. I saw this movie in the theaters with Liv. Liv also really loved it. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. So good. Such a great year for horror. I honestly wish I could showcase more of the horror on this thing, but like it just didn't fit in. And that's okay. I watched 200 movies this year, and I always talk about horror. I figured I'd talk about some different things. The Running Man. So many people disliked this movie. It was so good. It was so good. It was so fun. I have read the Stephen King short story. I know this is a remake. I have not seen the original. I don't really give a shit about the original. I was looking at this movie on its own. Phenomenal. Glenn Powell does amazing. The story is great. But it didn't really do well in the box office, and a lot of people had a lot to say about it. I did a lot of research because I was like, why are everybody hating on this film? Two main things. One is the director who did this, I guess, is known for a certain style. I forget who the director is, but everyone was like, this isn't his kind of film. And it's like, first of all, fuck you guys. Let the man do what he wants to do. So what? He has a signature style. Let him be artistically creative. Let him grow. Let him give the movie what he thinks it needs. Fuck you guys. Also, don't rate it badly just because you were expecting one style and it came out another. Anyways, secondly, a lot of people were mad, like comparing it to the original, which I don't think that's fair. Like I said earlier, I think you should come into this movie on its own. Like maybe it's worse than the original. Maybe you liked it better than the original, but like the movie as its own should be able to stand on its own. And I think that it does. But people's main gripe is everyone's like, the lesson doesn't hit correctly. They didn't hit correctly. There's not a good lesson. Shut the fuck up. You're clearly missing the point. Stephen King loves writing about post-capitalistic societies. He loves writing about military-controlled societies. He loves writing about that shit. And he's not a happy man. He's not. The lesson in Stephen King's stories about these things is that you can't win. It's not, oh, The Running Man is not a story about a poor man standing up to capitalism. It's not a story about a poor man fighting for his life. It's a story about how he can't win. About how no matter what he does, no matter how close he gets, he literally can't win. And in the end, he doesn't win. That's the story. People had the same gripes with The Long Walk as everyone was like, they missed the mark on the point. It's like, no, you're not getting the point. The point is you can't win. That's Stephen King's whole point. It's sad. It's pessimistic. It's nihilistic. It's Stephen King. I have nothing else to say. This last one isn't a movie, it's Keanu Reeves. And this is just me to take a moment and rant about Keanu Reeves. I don't think he's a good actor. I think he's a great person. I think he's wonderful. I think he's super nice. I think he's not a good actor. He can do one thing really well, but he can only do that one thing really well. He can't do anything else. So I don't think he's a good actor, and there's gonna be a lot of you, I think, that are gonna disagree with me, and that's okay. This is my controversy section. This is for me to rant and for me not to give a shit about what you think, because I don't think he's a good actor. And I think my point is proven by he can be in The Matrix, he can be in John Wick, they're the same fucking character. Put him in a comedy in Good Fortune, crickets. But none of you even saw it because it wasn't that good. I don't think he's a good actor. Now here's my favorite from each quarter. Flow. I cannot believe that I saw Flow under a year ago. It is fantastic. If you haven't seen it, you must. It won, I can't remember if it won Best Oscar. I just malfunctioned. I can't remember if it won Best Oscar. I can't remember if it won Best Oscar. Jesus. For animated short or animated film, but it won one of those. It's incredible. It is incredible. It completely blew my mind. It is the best case for how important sound design is in anything. There's not a lick of dialogue in this film. This film is about a cat in the midst of a world-ending flood. And it is so captivating. It is so gut-wrenching. It is so beautiful. The animation is stunning, but more importantly, there's no dialogue. The entirety of the film is sound design and music, and you feel it. It's so good. It's groundbreaking in my eyes. It's one of my all-time favorite films. I will suggest it every chance that I get. Please go watch it. It is a craft that I aspire to get to one day. It is beautiful. It is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Chef's kiss. The Surfer. I love Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage is probably one of my favorite humans on this planet. I am so happy to be alive in a world where he is actively creating films. I got to see this movie at a special screening with a Q&A with Nicolas Cage, and he sat behind me in the theater, and it was so special. I love that man so dearly. That is a man who cares for film, cares for weird film, weird art. He's so surreal. He's just so into it, and he knows his shit. And it's really, really lovely and really exciting to like hear and see. This is a surrealist film about an old surfer who tries to go to his old surf spot and they won't let him, and he loses his mind about it in a really crazy way. It's insane. Please go find it. I don't know what it's on. It's an independent film, but it's so fantastic and so good. And it's Nicolas Cage losing his mind about not being able to surf at a surf spot. It's literally insane. It's so much fun in any surrealist way that Nicolas Cage movies will be. I love that man. I literally, after this screening, cried on the phone because I was able to meet him, because he's so wonderful. When they say don't meet your heroes, they're not talking about Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage needs to be protected. I love that man. Q3, another Stephen King short story. My favorite Stephen King short story, The Long Walk. I thought this adaptation was great. I loved that short story. It's one of my favorites. I connected so deeply to one of the characters, and I sobbed when I read it. And I sobbed in the theater. And it's such a great story. Again, another story about how like you can't win. Like this is just what it is, and you can try, but you can't win. The theater was silent after I saw it. It was so wonderful. I loved it. I have 2 for Q4. Marty Supreme Christmas Day. It'd be silly of me to not put that as one of my favorites. It was so good. But I've already talked about Marty Supreme, so let's talk about my other favorite of this quarter, Rental Family. Oh my goodness. Brendan Fraser and this child actress, so good. So good. It is about loss and love and loneliness and companionship and like what it all means and human connection. And I sobbed. I saw an early screening of this and I sobbed. In a room full of professional people, I was sobbing. Go see this film. It is a Searchlight film. I saw so many Searchlight films this year that the awards people started recognizing me because the Searchlight was on fucking point. If you need a code to watch it, I have a code to watch it. I will give you a code to watch it. It is so good. I actually recommended this to my brother, Zach, because he was talking about how he really likes movies that mean something. And I was like, watch this film. Watch this film. Actually, Zach, I'm going to send you this video. You never told me what you thought of that. And now I want to know. Lastly, here are some honorable mentions. Twinless, another great movie. It's got such a good twist. I saw this in theaters with my friend Josh. It was so good. It was funny. It has an insane twist in the middle that you literally would never see coming. It is such a fun plot. And it's Dylan O'Brien. It's Dylan O'Brien returning to the screen after like 10 years. I'm so excited for his return to the screen. He's doing so many fun things. He's in new movies coming out next year. I'm really, really pumped about Dylan O'Brien being back. Shout out Teen Wolf. But yeah, this was fantastic. He gives a phenomenal performance. All I can tell you without spoiling it is it's about two people who lost twins and they go to a twin support group. It's good. It's really, really good. Go see it. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. I think I watched this on my own. I can't remember. I know my friend Josh recommended it to me. I might have seen this with Ruby. I am unsure. Sorry to both of you. I don't remember. Molly Gordon and Logan Lerman. Incredible. It is another movie with a great twist in the middle. It is funny, it is exciting, it is thrilling. And Molly Gordon puts on one of the best performances I've ever seen from her. It's fantastic. How do I describe this without giving it away? Because it also has a really good twist in the middle. Oh, voice crack. Molly Gordon's character goes to the woods with her boyfriend and loses her mind about it. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. We're gonna leave it there for you. Talk to me. This is not a movie that came out this year. This came out a while ago, but I hadn't seen it. I watched this with Ruby because Ruby said this is the only movie that has really spooked her in a while, like really, really scared her. And I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. I love possession films. I love spirit films. It's like my kind of thing. I've been watching The Conjuring since I was little. I was like, let's go. Oh my goodness. When I tell you I have never been scared to the bones, like from a film like this, like had to sleep with my lights on scared by a film like this since high school. It's gotta be since high school. Like, and you're talking to the kid who would watch scary films alone at night in the dark by herself and be fine. Not with this one. Slept with every light on, every door locked. Terrifying. So good. If you haven't seen it, go see it. If you have, let me know how spooked you were. What I can say about this one is possession in a way you've never seen possession before. Secret Mall Apartment. This is a weird one, guys. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm obsessed with it. I saw this randomly on a self date at the Alamo Drafthouse. I was planning to go see something else. The timings didn't work out, so I went and I saw this instead. Insane. It's a documentary. It's gotta be like under 90 minutes. It is a documentary about these people who 10 years ago found a crawl space, like a leftover space in a mall in Philly that was big enough for them to live in. So they made an apartment. And they moved in and they called it an art installation. And it's the first time in 10 years you ever get pictures and videos of the inside. It's the first time in 10 years these people are on camera because the statute of limitations are up, so they can't get arrested anymore. And it's just so interesting. It's so interesting. I literally think about everything differently now. Housemaid, shout out to Housemaid. This was the second premiere that I got to go to this year with Ruby. This book series was suggested to me by my friend Jack, and I ripped through it. I read through the first one on a flight to North Carolina, bought the second one in North Carolina, read the second one on my flight back from North Carolina. It has the best twist. It has more than one. It is so insane. And this is probably the best book to film adaptation I have ever seen. It was fun. It was campy. It was exciting. It was scary. It was shocking. It was so good. And the twists were so good. And every single person in this movie put on a phenomenal performance. Phenomenal. It was so much fun. I've never had more fun at a premiere. I don't want to give spoilers on this because I know it just came out. It is Sydney Sweeney as a housemaid, but nothing is what you think it is. Frankenstein! This was my first premiere ever in LA. I know, it's been 2 years, get on it. But this was so exciting. Netflix invited me. I went to the LA premiere of Frankenstein, saw Jacob Elordi, saw Jon Favreau. He's not in the movie. I just love Jon Favreau. And the movie was stunning. I saw it in my favorite theater. It was gorgeous. It looked pretty. Jacob Elordi is a monster. But my favorite thing was the sound. I thought it sounded fantastic. And what I always told people is I was like, the movie is sonically gory, not picture gory. Like if you, you can see things happening on screen, but like not really. All of the gore and horror aspects are coming in the sound, and I thought it was impeccable. I thought it was stunning. I loved it. I loved it. It was so good. I think Netflix did this a disservice by not keeping it in theaters longer. But that's what Netflix does. And then lastly, weapons. I cannot forget the horror movie of the year. I almost saw this in Red Hawk. Saw this in New Mexico with my Red Hawk gang. We love original horror. It was creepy. It was weird. And it was a new story. And I think that's important right now in film. So that is the end. A lot of people have been asking me if I'm going to do this next year, if I'm going to one-up it, if I'm going to do 300, 365, and my answer is no. I'm not. Towards the end of this, life started to get really, really busy, and sometimes it felt like a chore to keep up with this 200 number. And I didn't like that. I didn't like putting on a movie just because I had to. I wanted to watch. I started this because I wanted to watch movies and get more acquainted with movies. And it started to feel like a lot. So I'm definitely not doing it again next year. I do have a movie goal for next year. I'm going to be watching New York Times list 100 best films of the 21st century. I will be doing that because I've already seen some of them. So it's like, it's not even going to be 100 films next year. I think it's going to be like 70. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed all of my takes. Fight about it. I don't care. Tell me your thoughts or tell me you hated it. I told you all this was going to be long, and I'm happy that you watched it. And I hope that everybody has a wonderful 2026. There's so many good films coming out in 2026. It's actually insane. I'm so excited for the films next year. We're getting a lot of what we missed, postponed from the strikes. So I'm very excited. And it's been a great year for horror, a great year for independent stuff. And yeah, goodbye.